The news is out that American Express is in advanced talks to spend $850 million to buy the company Kabbage. Many of us have heard of who American Express is, but Kabbage may be the first time for a lot of us folks. The question is this going to be a good deal? Is there synergy for American Express and Kabbage coming together? Is it worth American Express's all-cash $850 million deal to buy this company? Let's figure it out together. And I do want to say, I love everything finance, personal finance, credit cards, the stock market, and everything. So if you like this world of finance too, drop that like down below and let's get to it. I'm so excited. So to start us off, Kabbage. What is Kabbage? Kabbage is a fintech firm specializing in the automation of underwriting for small business loans. One of the USPs, unique selling points of Kabbage, is that it doesn't pull a merchant's credit, but rather it assigns a particular credit limit based on merchants' cash flow, based on their sales, aka seeing that actual flow of money in and out, and based on invoices, it takes that data and offers a limit to the merchant, and from there, that small business can choose whether or not to move forward with that limit that Kabbage wants to offer them. Kabbage is known for catering to small businesses, and it's also known for providing SME loans, not subject matter expert like in the world of consulting, but actually small and medium enterprise loans up to the range of around $250K. When seeing these headlines of American Express and Kabbage potentially coming together, there's another huge company that's associated with these headlines. It's none other than Softbank. So some of the background in there is that in 2017, Softbank invested $250 million, giving the most recent valuation for Kabbage a neat $1 billion. Softbank is also super famous for its Vision Fund, the world's largest technology-focused venture capital fund with over $100 billion in capital. Coming back to Kabbage, we kind of know the what behind Kabbage, but why? So why? Well, this is what they have on their website. We have it as fast, flexible, data-driven, and secure. And they have the blurbs underneath each description. But genuinely, nowadays with so many type of fintech firms, this type of fast, flexible, data-driven, secure, it seems almost kind of plastered everywhere and pretty generic. But still, that's part of what value it has to provide, not only as itself, but in this specific space, in the small business loan provision space, as well as other angles and other aspects that Kabbage does provide. So let's get into that side now. And before that, I have a quick fun fact. While I was doing research on Kabbage and American Express and them coming together, I found this kind of cool video of the CEO and founder of Kabbage being on the American Express YouTube channel. So found that pretty cool. But with that, let's move on to American Express's side and dig a little deeper. So American Express is quite popular, but just in case someone out there isn't familiar with everything that Amex does, here's basically what they're famous for. So they're renowned for their charge cards, their credit cards, their gift cards, rewards, travel, personal savings, business services, insurance, etc. So for the purpose of this video, what I'd like to focus on is purely the business angle, and more specifically, more towards that small business angle. But in that business context, taking it away from the personal side of things regarding credit, checking, savings, etc., what I'd like to do is basically see where Amex stands currently with some of the business products that they do offer, and see if Kabbage, on the other hand, has something that can augment what already exists for American Express, or maybe something that's different altogether that would be new and actually be that value add, making this deal even more of a synergy. So to start us off, let's knock out the most obvious one, business loans. American Express does offer business loans, but there is some criteria. So the main point that I saw in terms of eligibility for these business loans is that one has to be pre-approved by American Express first, and more than that, it's required at minimum to have 1 year of business credit card holdership with American Express. To compare with Kabbage, it is kind of similar in a way, in my opinion, because it does look at actual transactional and invoice data to make that credit decision, which is somewhat similar to analyzing 1 year of records at minimum of Amex actual card swipes and actual usage to determine credit eligibility. I know it's not the same, but at a high level, I feel that there is some similarity. And overall, they do this aspect of business loans their own way. Kabbage does have its unique perspective, and that is the focal point of this whole synergy that could exist. So definitely, this is one angle that the small business operations that Kabbage is involved with, it has that background and experience in the industry itself, which could be so valuable to American Express for the long term. Second, checking accounts. Amex actually doesn't have any checking accounts, whether it's personal or business, at the time of this recording, that is. Kabbage comes into this play where Kabbage does have a checking account option which offers 1.10 APY. More than that, I would say that looking into the detail of what we actually see in that checking account, there's mention of Greendot Bank, whose name I've definitely seen being involved in this credit cards, points, miles, cashback, checking account, all of this space. I've definitely seen their name before and interacted with them and have personal experience with them as well. And looking into more detail of their background, it looks like they're also the parent of a bank called Bonneville Bank. And they also operate under Go Bank, which I'm familiar with, as there was a checking account option to open as an Uber Eats driver, and one could make a Go Bank checking account where your direct deposit would be given to you instantly upon finishing these deliveries and orders. Third, it's called payments. Amex has something that's called payments, and Kabbage does as well, but they're not the same, and I think it's important to highlight that difference here. So in Amex's payments version, what they have is this. Amex's payment solutions is more centered around the fact that payments can be made to suppliers, to vendors, on the merchant's behalf in an automated fashion so that payments are never late and everything flows as it should be without the intrusion of late payments and suppliers not sending material because of late payments and other ramifications of just payments not being made on time. On the other hand, you have Kabbage Payments, which is more similar to the functions of Square or Clover, aka credit card processing. Yo, Square crushed their Q2 2020 earnings. Crazy. You pay a fixed fee, in this case 2.25% for Kabbage checking, and that's it. No extra 30 cents on top of a percentage or anything, just one fee, that percentage, and that's it. Finally, business credit cards and business charge cards. American Express is supremely popular for corporate and corporate expensing, aka they do provide solutions for big companies to be able to have their employees expense on certain cards / charge cards offered by Amex. One of the most popular cards offered by Amex that many have probably seen is the Amex Corporate Green Card. Taking it from Kabbage's perspective, at this time there are no offerings of that nature, whether it's small business or big business. But American Express does have that establishment in the big business space. Now coming to small businesses, on Amex's website, they do offer credit card solutions for employees for startups. But looking into the fine print, quote unquote, it is by invite only. So overall, is there a synergy for American Express and Kabbage coming together like this potentially? I would say that from a small business perspective, yes. I think American Express has a lot to gain. Paying $850 million all cash for a company valued at $1 billion is already one step in the right direction from a financial standpoint. But moreover, I would say that coming to the actual small business industry itself and small business loan industry, I would say that Kabbage and its experience and its time in the industry, although it may not be the longest in terms of duration of a company to exist, American Express has that firm foundation and it is established. And it has acquired other companies in the past. So I feel everything coming together, there are strengths of Kabbage that Amex can gain from and vice versa. And so in this acquisition deal, I hope it does go through for the benefit of American Express, of which I'm a huge fan. But hey, it's advanced talks. That's what the headlines say. So let's see what happens. And we'll take it from there. So here we are at the end. Thank you so much for coming this far. If you like content like this, please do consider subscribing. And if you want 2 free stocks with Webull, description down below. Thank you so much. See you next time.